doing, folks? Welcome to the Hot Dog Stand, the horror edition. And today, I'm going to be talking about scream queens. And scream queens that I think should be, and we're also going to be talking about the scream queens now and the past scream queens. When people think of scream queens, we think of none other than Jamie Lee Curtis, because she's done so many horror movies that we identify her with the genre of horror. And she's been in Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, and she's also been in Terror Train, The Fog. The thing I like about scream queens is they give the woman a voice. It's not just about the dudes killing the woman. It's more of like the final girl, if you ever heard of that term. And when people think of like scream queens, naturally it's getting more of a popular name because there's a show called Scream Queens. So you think of women like Elvira, Vampira. Alright, this is the Hall of Fame, as in if you don't know these, you don't know horror. Alright, Neve Campbell from Scream. Alright, probably my first crush. Alright, Ashley Lawrence from Hellraiser. Wynda Quigley from Return of the Living Dead and Night of the Demons. And Barbara Crampton from Reanimator and The Beyond. You gotta know them. If you don't know them, you're not a horror fan. Alright, this next segment is called Make Another Horror Movie, damn it. And that goes to Christina Loken, who just hasn't done much. And she was in Blood Rain, she's done other stuff, but damn it, Christina, make another movie. You could beat your horror movie potential. And next goes to Bobby Donsworth, who was in Hobo with a Shotgun, who I tweet the director all the time, make another Hobo with a Shotgun. I know it had a very bleak ending, but you know what? You could put me in it, I'll dress like a hobo, and you got a second Hobo with a Shotgun. Alright, these next three chicks are what I would call Ori and the current scream queens. Alright, we got Catherine Isabel, who is in Ginger Snaps, and she was also in Ginger Snaps 2, and Ginger Snaps 3, and she was also in this great movie that everyone needs to see that not enough people are watching. It's called American Mary. It's made by the Sosa Sisters, and the Sosa Sisters are from Canada, and I would call them like scream queen Siamese twin directors, and I think they're just cool. Everything they make is I mean, everything they hit is great, but they definitely hit it out of the park with American Mary and Dead Hooker in the Trunk. Alright, next, the second girl is the woman from The Woman, is Pollyanna McIntosh, and she was in The Woman, she's in Offspring, she's in What Is Parade. She's very tall, she's very European looking, and she's very, you know, sensual. She could be like the tough type, or she could be a final girl. That's what I like about her. Alright, number 3 is Chloe Grace Moretz. And Chloe Grace, you know, I just love her. She's so, like, adorable. Like, not in, like, a creepy way. Alright, so now it's time for the actual list of actresses that I think should be in horror movies that aren't doing much right now. So here's a list of actresses that are doing nothing that I said, hey, you know what? Get in a horror movie, get your career back on track. Hannah Furman, and that's not a household name because she's still an indie girl, and you could see her in VHS as the feral monster chick that she has these big bug eyes that reminds me of Angela Bettis from May, and she could be like that type of niche weird girl type of actress that you could plug in as a weird girl or a final girl, and I think she's perfect for that type of role. Number 4 is kind of a weird pick because, quote, Joss Whedon's girl, but I don't see him using her much anymore. So I'd say Summer Glau, you're a badass chick, You're tough. You could be a final girl, or you could be a tough chick like Mila Jovovich. And you could definitely, if things get, I mean, she was awesome in Terminator, the series. I don't know why they ended that, but I think she should jump on the horror train as soon as she can. I'm a big fan of hers. She seems nice. Maybe she's terrible behind the scenes, but I would plug her right in the horror movies ASAP. Summer Glau. Alright, number 3 is kind of another weird pick because she's really not like the tough type of. She's kind of the sweetie type of girl that when you would watch on Lifetime, and she's the one that gets attacked, or she's that quivering little mouse girl. But I think you could paint her, and she's an actress, so if she wants to be top, you can make her top. Like look at your next. Oh, I gotta say the girl's name, Emily Kinney from Walking Dead. Beth. What's she gonna do? She's dead. She's gonna be known as Beth the rest of her life. So you put her in another horror movie as the final girl. Boom. Put her in like Halloween 15. Boom. Just put her in some slasher movie. You want to get her. She's cute. She's innocent, and you put her in that role. I think she'll excel in the horror movie genre. Trust me on this. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, number 2 is Olga Kuryleno. She was a Bond girl in Quantum of Solace. She was also kind of the badass chick in Max Payne. She was the badass chick in Hitman, that Russian look about her, but she's got a very European. She could be anywhere. She's got that super spy look, but she's awesome. She's been around, but in movies, like 33, 32, that's ancient. So they gotta throw her in right now. Get on the horror train now. Hurry up before you can't do it anymore, and you're doing like dramas that no one cares about. All right, are you ready? Dun dun. Number 1, Untitled. I said that. She was in Superman. She was in Pandoran, and she's top. She's trains. She's top because if you watch Pandoran, she's kicking like ass, and she kicked a lot of ass in Superman. She's on the list. All right, and she's stayed on that list. And if she's made better movies, I would have said, what? She's had her comeuppance. She's past horror movies. But at this point, she's teetering out. She might get stuck doing like Van Helsing type movies. I say throw her into horror genre. Make her a final girl. Make her, the one that's killing all the attackers in the movies where she's hiding. She's setting up traps. I love seeing that in the Invader movies, where kind of like in Your Next, where it gets down to the final girl. And you're like, oh, she's done. But then she knows how to make booby traps. She knows how to make bombs. She's wasting up baseball bats with nails, and she's setting up sledgehammers with springs and hitting them in the chest, Home Alone style. I think she could be Amjad could definitely be that final girl. She could be a scream queen, as could Olga Kuryleno, as could Emily Kinney. As could Summer Glau, as could Hannah Furman. Check her out, definitely. She's awesome. But, yeah, that concludes this episode, guys. And, I have fun doing this episode. I did a lot of research. And I'll see you next time.